What's going on, y'all? Devin Haney is the most hated boxer in the boxing world by far, and it's not even close, right? And honestly, I don't understand why. Like, I know why y'all hating, but it doesn't make any sense to me, right? You got people who are still mad at Devin Haney for getting the decision over Vasily Lomachenko. They crying, Lomachenko, oh my God, he did it. Man, nobody trying to hear that, dog. If you know boxing, you know that fight was razor thin close. I wouldn't have been mad if Lomachenko got the decision. I wouldn't have been mad if Devin Haney got the decision because it was just that close with a lot of swing rounds, right? People look at that 10th and 11th round and see how Lomachenko dominated those rounds and think that determines the entire fight. It does not. It never did in boxing, right? And watching that fight, Devin did great work in that fight. Now, at the tail end, he was getting hit with some shots. He got beat in round 10 and 11, but came back and won the round 12 decisively and won a lot of the early rounds. And, and was getting busy and showing great work. But people like to dismiss that because they love Lomachenko and they were mad because Devin pushed Loma. All right? But Devin had to push Loma for the reason that a lot of y'all hate on Devin. A lot of y'all don't like that Devin is not a knockout artist. See, this is the problem, too, what I noticed with a lot of black fighters. And yes, this is a channel that's going to talk about boxing and race is going to be included when it's necessary. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. If you don't like it, turn the video off and go to another channel. It does not bother me. I'm going to speak my opinions on here, right? For black fighters to be loved and beloved, they have to be knockout artists. And if they are not knockout artists, if they don't just talk crazy at every turn, and if they're not the ultimate type of showman, like they have to be the villain to win if they're not knockout artists. Devin is not a heavy hitting puncher. He's not Gervonta Tank Davis, but he has supreme boxing skills. He has a dedication to the sport. He applies that dedication in the ring. He's doing everything right, man. A true student of the game came from Floyd Mayweather's gym, and you see it with the way he boxes, right? You see him get hit a few times, get hit with some tough shots. You see him not knocking guys out. Because he doesn't stop guys, he's not good. Are you crazy? Listen, man, and I'm going to speak to my black folks, too. Because there's a lot of black folks that's out here trashing Devin Haney. Because they love Tank. And I love Gervonta Tank Davis, too. I actually got Tank beating Devin. But I got to be real with y'all. Devin Haney's resume is better than Tank Davis. And it's better than Shakur Stevenson's. I repeat, Devin Haney's resume is better than Tank's and it's better than Shakur Stevenson. Lomachenko is a better name than any of those names on their resume. And Devin dared to be great and said, fuck it, I'm going in there with dude. I love Tank, but let's be for real. Floyd Mayweather was trying to keep Tank as far away from Lomachenko as possible. And Floyd did that for a reason, right? For whatever reason, and at the time, he felt like Tank was not ready for that fight. He didn't feel like he wasn't confident in that fight. And again, because Loma comes in angles and all of those things, and I don't think Tank was ready for it at that time. Do I think Tank can beat Lomachenko now? Yeah. It's going to be hard, though. It's not going to be easy. So you're going to see that Devin Haney is no fluke. It's not easy fighting Lomachenko. Now, Teofimo won, I felt, in cleaner fashion. At times, because Loma, I felt, was intimidated of the power of Teofimo. He was worried about getting caught with a crazy shot. He didn't believe Devin had that punching power, right? And he doesn't have the same punching power as Teofimo. So he wasn't really respecting it as much, but he was getting clipped and he was getting hit. Matter of fact, on second watch of that fight, I see why Devin was granted the decision. I was leaning towards Devin the second watch of the fight. At first, I was like, I feel like it could go either way. I wasn't mad at the decision with the Loma. I wouldn't be mad at the decision with the Devin. But on second watch, I got Devin winning. Devin is a skilled dude. He willing to take risks in order to get the rewards. What fighters as young as he is, and as looked at as a up-and-coming young star fighter in boxing, how many of them gonna take that severe pay cut he took against George Kambosos twice? Went to George Kambosos' homeland twice and beat him clearly and decisively in order to get the become undisputed champion. Youngest undisputed champion in the sport of boxing. And he get hated on and shitted on like that. It's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. Then went right in there after getting them belts and went right in there with Lomachenko. Then it's going to, I believe, scheduled to fight Regis Prograis. And after that, I believe it's going to be, I think it's going to be Teofimo Lopez after that. And y'all, I'm sorry to tell y'all, I got Devin beating Teofimo Lopez. I really do. I think Devin is a better boxer than Teofimo. Yeah, Teofimo just looked good. He looked very good. He looked great against Josh Taylor. But I'm sorry. Josh Taylor was I never thought that highly of Josh. He was good, but he wasn't. I never thought he was just this great undefeatable. Not undefeatable. I never thought he was this great unstoppable force. Like, I never thought, like, oh my God, he's unbeatable. I never thought he was unbeatable at all. Matter of fact, the fight with Regis Prograis was close to me. And I think Devin is miles ahead of Regis Prograis. I think it's much better than Regis. So I think Devin going to beat Regis. I think he'll be stronger at this weight at 140. And I think he'll go on to beat Teofimo Lopez. But people hate that dude. And again, a lot of my black folks, you know, and I know he don't have as many tattoos as Tank. He ain't a street dude like Tank. You know, but his dad was doing certain stuff in the street, so his son didn't have to. Devin is a student of the game and a pure boxing, with displaying pure boxing prowess, pure ring generalship at times. And again, Loma was showing him some ring generalship for real too. But I believe he's going to improve after that. He's savvy, he's skilled, and savvy in ways that I don't think Teofimo Lopez is. Look how Teofimo looked against, what's the boy name he fought? Sandor Martin. Look how he looked in that fight. I don't see Devin Haney having fights like that against that type of dude, especially now, after he's grown up, after, you know, when he was 20 years old, you saw him having some performances. But at this point, no, I don't see Devin having them type of performances. I don't. You know, so, yeah, man, he get this hate. Again, a lot of my folks in the hood, we attracted to the wrong shit. The dude is always just a street dude from the gutter and all that. Some dudes ain't got to be like that, man. Some dudes straight up and down, cool, calm, and collected individuals, right? And sometimes they not street dudes. They just stayed in a boxing gym. They probably can be hot-tempered at times, but they just boxing heads. Gym rats. And they still should be loved and embraced. They don't got to be from the streets to be embraced and all of that. Nor do they have to be knockout artists. But again, for black fighters, if they are not knockout artists, they are shamed, they are ridiculed, they clown, they call pillow fists and all of that. You don't appreciate the boxing clinic that Devin Haney put on? When I saw him doing what he was doing at George Kambosos, that shit was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. I'm telling you, it was a boxing virtuoso from him. All that hugging. Man, he was outboxing. That was a clear mismatch in the boxing. Devin Haney was throwing all type of shots, any shot that he wanted to throw. And it looked great, man. But because Devin is not a walking Deontay Wilder, he don't get that type of love because he ain't Tank Davis. That's ridiculous. I don't know why he's so hated, because y'all crying, oh, they did the Loma, they did the Loma. Man, listen. Cut all that shit out, man. All that. And as crazy as it is, Lomachenko's a great fighter. You know, they give Lomachenko every excuse in the world every time he lose a fight. Every time he lose a fight is because of this, is because of that. Like, come on, dog. Come on, fam. Like, you see how Errol Spencer took his loss like a gangster? You see how he took his loss like a gangster, changed his record in his bio to 28-1, right? And then put former WBC champion, former IBF champion, you know, all that type of stuff, right? Errol took his loss on the chin. It come with the territory. It is what it is. Lomachenko always got a reason for why you know I lost because of this. I lost. It's the only reason. And people, it's the only reason Loma lost. All that bullshit. Let somebody else say all them type of excuses. They got on his ass. Loma get every excuse in the book. ESPN was trying to act like he was an undefeated fighter when he lost to Orlando Salido early in his career. They trying to make it seem like the loss didn't happen, like it wasn't a thing. Like, come on, man. Like, it kills me. It kills me, man. But yeah, it's like when Lomachenko, like they act like Loma is the second coming of Jesus. The way when something happened to Loma, oh my God, you didn't do that to Loma, man, cut that shit out, man. As much complaining as he do when he lose, like, man, can you imagine somebody else doing? Can you imagine Errol Spence doing the shit he's making excuses he did? If Deontay Wilder said the shit he did, they'd have got on his head. If Tank made them excuses, if Shakur made them excuses, and Shakur thought he was gonna gain a fan base by Lomachenko won that fight. You know, he's in the ring. All that, and that was clowned out like I told y'all, because Shakur know boxing. And he only said Loma won that fight and he got robbed because he wanted to fight Devin. Or he wanted to act like he trying to fight Devin. He wanted to take Devin's deal. He didn't want to tank Devin's deal when he should have taken that deal for sure. Should have taken that deal without question. But yeah, all that, bro, say the fight was real close and it could have went either way. Because you know it could have. Not Loma, he got robbed. Lomachenko won that fight. All that, man. But anyway, yeah. So, you know, it kills me. It kills me. Lomachenko, you gotta, anytime he do something, he get high praise to the moon. Even when he loses, he gets high praise all the time. You only supposed to say good stuff about him. And it's the reason why he lost this and he lost that every single time he take a L. You know, so all this hating on Devin because he got the decision against Loma. Are you for real? You know what I'm saying? Y'all mad about the push, man. Listen, so fucking what, man? Y'all seen worse in boxing. But the hate on Devin Haney is getting egregious. It's clowned out, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.